5 students. Today in this class we will discuss about the removal of insoluble impurities, soluble impurities from water. In the last class we have discussed about the removal of insoluble impurities. So in this class we will discuss about the removal of soluble impurities from water. So soluble impurities are those which do not appear in the water. After dissolving it in the water, we cannot get it back. We cannot see it again. It completely disappear in the water, like sugar and salt. When we dissolve sugar and salt in the water, we cannot see the sugar and salt because it completely mixes with the water. So let us see about the methods to remove insoluble impurities from water. So soluble impurities can be removed from water by the evaporation of water or distillation. So there are two important processes, that is evaporation and distillation. Now what is evaporation? Changing of water into water vapor or any liquid to vapor. Any other liquid also can change to vapor on heating is called evaporation. So let us see how to remove impurities from water by evaporation. To show removal of soluble impurities from water, first of all we should take some water in a beaker and dissolve 2 teaspoons of salt in it. So we will see that salt dissolved mixes in the water totally and we cannot see the salt more. Now take some of this salt solution in an evaporating dish and heat it. We will take a china dish also we can take, and we will put some of the salt solution in that dish and we will heat it. So we will see that water evaporates leaving behind salt in the dish. So water will all evaporate due to heat and only the salt will remain in the dish. You can see the picture also here given. China dish it is taken in this picture to evaporate the liquid. You can see here, and it is put on a tripod stand, and there is a burner used to heat the solution. So water evaporates. You can see how water evaporates in this picture, and after that, at last we see that common salt is left behind. The salt which we dissolve in the water is left behind in the dish, and all the water evaporates. So we can get it back by evaporating. Now next is distillation. The process of purifying water by first boiling it. No? First we will boil in this. In this also process of evaporation involves, and then condensing the steam is called distillation. The steam that is evaporating from the dish should be collected by condensing it into water. It involves two processes, evaporation and condensation of water. This method is used to separate soluble impurities from water because we cannot filter the soluble impurities, we cannot see also. So, impure water is heated till it boils. On boiling, water evaporates, leaving behind impurities in the flask. But in this case, we will take the steam. Now, this steam is passed through a condenser. Condenser means the tube through which when water passes, it becomes cold and it changes into water. Now, when water vapor changes into water, this process is known as condensation, and this happens on cooling. So, steam is also passed through a condenser which is kept cool by circulating cold water around it. It is kept cool because cooling is important for condensation. So, the steam cools down in the cool condenser and converts into water. So, in the condenser we see that after cooling the water vapor changes into water again. This water is collected in another flask. This is the purest form of water. This is also purest form of water because it is also coming after evaporation. You can see the picture here. Thermometer is set here so that boiling can be seen. Water boils. So distillation flask also we will say there is an apparatus set up for distillation. Distillating flask also we have to take. In this we boil the water with the help of a burner. You can see downside there is a burner. So with the help of burner, we will heat the water, that's mixture, and this mixture only water will evaporate and pass to the condenser. This condenser is cooled. So this means the water is coming out. Now the vapor is changing into water. It is going and collecting in the receiving flask. This is known as distillate. So like this, we will take only water vapor from the distilling flask to the condenser, and from condenser it changes into water and collected in the distillate, another flask. So this is very important. Distillation gives us pure water because it is also coming from the evaporated water vapor. Now, why should we break? There is an important question, that is, why should we break the empty bottles of mineral water? After buying mineral water, empty the bottle and break it so that it cannot be misused by refilling with impure water and sold again. So, this uh, empty bottles can be misused by some people, no? Because they are using this to take and fill another water, and after that it is again reused by the people. So, they can fill any type of water in that and people can get confused that it is pure water. So, we should never leave the water bottle like throw the water bottle like this. We should always break the empty water bottle, and then we should throw it. Now, there are some more questions. What is evaporation? That evaporation is changing of water into water vapor or any other liquid to vapor on heating. No? So, heating is very important for changing of water into water vapor. So, in this evaporation, we get rain, na? Because you know water bodies are evaporating all the time by the heat of the sun, and this vapor condenses in the form of clouds and they give us rain. So, this is the process of evaporation that gives us rain. Now, what is distillation? The process of purifying water by first boiling. Na? For distillation, first we have to boil the water and change it to water vapor, and after that it and then condensing the steam is called distillation. So, the steam is condensed, that means the process of evaporation and condensation both are involved in the process of distillation. When we get the vapor, we convert the vapor into steam, and that steam is collected in the another beaker and we get the purest form of water. So, after distilling we get the purest form of water. That is why we use in our batteries and other electronic goods, any other things, we use distilled water, that is pure water. Otherwise, the chemicals present in the water can react with the chemicals of your battery. That is why we should use distilled water in the batteries. So, next we will meet in the next class. Thank you, student. All of you, again we will